U2 an award that night, and then I threw them an after party afterwards in an Irish bar and had a big Irish jam, and Ellie came to that with her family as well, which I think, and then she sung Dive with me, and it was really cool, actually. She's great.
Now, I think truly there is an opportunity here. We spoke about Disney and how much you love Disney music. I feel like she could be the live action version of Merida.
Wow. Yeah. I think that'd be cool.
I just think that she's got the hair.
Yeah.
And correct me, I'm not quite sure how to explain this.
Are they doing a live action of that?
No, but I'm saying they need to get it rolling and they need to cast her. I'm just saying, I think she should have one foot in the door on an audition.
That would be insane. And a really good idea as well.
She specifically she sings one of the tracks from Brave, which I think is an underrated soundtrack. She sings one of the songs. Brilliant movie. It's so beautiful.
What I like about that movie as well is they didn't make a sequel. It is just perfect as is, left.
Yes.
That's the story. That's the music, done.
Yes, I agree. I just think that her, like you again, correct me if I'm wrong in the way that I describe this, or you can give me the proper terms here. But the clarity when she sings, I love when people have like a little bit of like rasp or like something, but the clarity when she sings is so clean.
But it's soul as well. It's got feeling in it. It's not just like clinically good. She's like really soulful. Yeah, she's a really supreme talent, and I'm really happy to have met her and worked with her.
It was beautiful, and the duet was, I mean, exactly what we all wanted. So I think I speak for everyone that commented on that TikTok to be like,
this is what I love about the internet, is it makes stuff so possible and accessible, and you can kind of reach anyone with anything. Like, people power is like a real thing at the moment.
Now, obviously, that was a beautiful duet. You've done many other duets. Is there a duet that you have done that has stood out to you as your favorite or one of your favorites?
Yeah, I think, well, if it's a recorded song, then I think Beyonce and also Andrea Bocelli on Perfect were both very different experiences, but both amazing experiences. But I think the first time that I sung with Beyonce, we did a Stevie Wonder tribute where we did Master Blaster together with Gary Clark Jr. And like, sometimes I get a bit, I don't know, like self-doubty and low and kind of, I think being like, oh, is my career on the downward slope or blah, blah, blah. And that is a video that I'll go to and watch and be like, but that was pretty cool. Like, no one can take that away from me. That's like one of those videos that I'll always go back to like remind myself that I've done some pretty fun stuff. And again, another one would be like bringing Eminem on in Detroit. That's like another one. If I need a little like, you were right, we've done some cool shit. Like, yeah.
Gives you a little boost.
Yeah, and sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need reminding that, like, even if stuff isn't like great at the moment, like the accumulation of things over the years that people can't take those moments away from you, I
do think it's interesting to hear you say that sometimes you need those little bumps, because you're having like the normal human experience of like what's going on? Where am I going? Yeah. Like a little lull might send you into like, let me reminisce a little bit and bring the vibes back up.
Totally. I think nostalgia, like good nostalgia like that, is really healthy and helpful. And I think it's also just navigating adult life, because sometimes it's not even just based on a like career thing of, sometimes I'll put out a song that doesn't work, or I'll have a show that doesn't sell out, or like blah, blah, blah. Like something will happen and I'll be, overthinking in my head. But it's not just that. I think it's just being a parent and then wondering how much I should be working and how much I should be at home. And then when you're at home too much, you're like, oh, should I be working more? It's like a constant balance of like, what is the right thing to do? And I want my kids to know the value of hard work, but not at the detriment of me not being there. And it's kind of like a balance of, I don't know.
My husband and I have had that conversation a lot. specifically because when he retired from football, we knew his schedule in football. It was a set schedule.
Yeah.
He was home at a certain time each day of the week. And now that he's retired, he took on a lot of things. He's been sort of figuring out exactly where he wants to put his energy in.
It's interesting because this will be the most busy time of his life, figuring out what he wants to do, and then it'll settle again into a rhythm and a groove. But definitely, like, I can imagine being a professional sportsman his whole life, and then that ends, and then you go, fuck, well, what is the next thing? And then you have to try many different things to then find out what the next thing is. Like, yeah, it must be a real mindfuck.
He has that same dilemma, and we've had the conversation a number of times of like, well, in an effort to find what that next thing is, or what those next few things are, at what cost, right? Like, at what time do you say, like, yes, I'm showing my kids hard work, determination, all of those things, and modeling it. But then at the same time, making sure that balance of like that you're home and that you're there to color and that you're there in the morning to get their day started.
I would say that a couple of Super Bowls in a trophy at home probably do that as well. Like, and I find that as well, looking at my career, like the accumulation of all the things that I've done. Sometimes I'm like, oh, actually, like I'm striving to be like, I got to show them this, got to show them, when actually like it's kind of all there already. And maybe it's like, you work 40% less, you're home a bit more, and yeah.
We'll figure it out.
I don't think we will, but I think that's fine. I'm going
to keep telling myself we'll figure it out.
Parenthood is basically figuring it out until they've left home, and then you go, oh, that's that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, we did it. Good luck. Now, there's something else that I've been very excited to talk to you about. I didn't even realize that we had in common, but I did hear you say that Love Actually is one of your top 3 favorite movies of all time. Is that correct?
Yeah. I actually, like, I love good stuff that's popular. Like, I like it. I think Titanic's a great film. I think Love Actually is great. I don't subscribe to this thing when people are like, hey, who are your favorite artists? And they'll go, oh, well, this person with like 20 plays. It's actually like, who is actually your favorite artist? What is actually your favorite film? Love Actually is on every single Christmas in our household. So it's got to be one of my favorite. It has to be. I watch it once a year. There's no other film that I watch once a year. My
husband and brother-in-law are, they had to watch it for the other podcast, and they shit on it so hard. Jason specifically, really, he didn't see what we see in it, I think.
I don't know what to say to you.
He tried to say that because in the storylines that it's like all of these people, it's not like good, clean family holiday movie, right? Like it's like these different scandals and stuff. And I'm like,
it's different shades of love and betrayal and hurt and heartache. It's love isn't just happiness. Love is all of those things.
Yes,
mate,
tell him.
That movie is, I just think, perfect. And also the guy that made that movie wrote Yesterday, that movie that I was in, and lives in the village that I live in. I see him all the time, and he said that movie was originally seen and then seen and then seen and then seen, as in like it wasn't all jumbled up, and then they didn't really know how to do it, and then they just chopped it up and put it in different orders, and then that's what. Then, but originally it was just, 7 different stories, one after the other, which is kind of mad.
Right. Well, they absolutely nailed it. They nailed when they chopped it up.
What's your favorite
storyline?
Yeah.
That's hard.
Colin Firth writing the book.
Honestly,
and then he learns the language at the end.
How did you know that's right?
It's the most romantic one. It's great.
When they're sitting in the car and they're like both speaking in their own languages.
Yeah.
And he's so uncomfortable about it. And she's just like, sort of like, this is ridiculous. Like, you can feel how she's like, why are you freaking? Like, why are you being so weird? And he's like, doesn't know what to say. And then he tries to it's just
great.
Oh,
I love it.
It's so great.
Hey, did you watch About Time? Did you see that one?
I have not.
That's another one.
Is that one?
Yeah. So Richard Curtis, who did 4 Weddings and a Funeral, Notting Hill, Love Actually, he did this film called About Time, which is heartbreaking, like lovely, but heartbreaking.
About Time.
Yeah. It's a guy that can basically like travel back in time. And he like, you know, re-meets his wife all over and over and again. He like spends time with his dad all over and over again. It's really, really heartwarmingly heartbreaking.
Okay, maybe I can get Jason to buy into that one. I'll try. All right.
It's good.
The last question I have for you is usually a question I ask my fellow mom guests, but I'm excited to get the dad version. What is the best piece of fatherhood advice that you have ever received?
Oh my God. I don't know, really.
Is there any go-to advice that you give to first-time dads?
I just think always be the one that makes the breakfast in the morning. Always be the one that gets up first and let your partner have a lie-in and do the breakfast. Because also that's the time of the day that your kids are the least angry because they're rested and they wake up and it's fun and you do all the morning tasks, putting away all the washing up from the day before, and then you make the breakfast and you eat the breakfast. And it's also like an act of kindness, service, whatever, because your partner gets to have a lie-in, but also then you get the golden moments in the morning when your kids are like calm and happy. And
aren't they just the best in the morning?
Yeah.
I say it all the time. They're their best selves in the morning.
Yeah.
They're like sweet and cuddly, and their voices are like gentle
they
and not
help
screaming
out as well. So I'm like
Yes.
handing them plates and they're putting the plates away, and I'm like, you're making my job easier, and also we're like spending time together. And yeah. So yeah, I'd say always do the morning shift. Like I actually love the morning shift and the evening shift, reading 40 different stories and having someone like fall asleep on your shoulder is actually really lovely.
Oh yeah, Jason is very much the book reader, because right now I'm running around sort of picking up at night and then taking care of our youngest because she's 3 months old. So we're still very much attached.
Whoa, you're in the trenches.
We are. So he, especially recently, the girls will like, maybe one more. And then I check in.
When you said at the beginning, you were like, I'm running on not a lot of sleep. I get it now. I get it. Yeah.
It's, I always like to give the warning. But yeah, we're very much in the trenches, and Jason gets talked into like book after book after book. And every so often I'll just be like, I'll hear him from the other room and I get to listen to him reading the stories and the girls' reactions. And he does like all the voices for them and stuff. And so it's so much fun to listen to it.
It really is the best. And I say to like, this is something that I annoy my friends with and I annoy Cherry with, but I'm always saying, we're living in the good old days. What is happening now? Like that moment you have with your husband, you're listening. That's a moment that in 30 years time, you'll go, oh man, wasn't that nice? And you're actually living it at the time. And I feel like this is the thing about like our kids sleeping in our bed and stuff like that. They always end up in our bed. And I'm like, but eventually they won't be. Like this is like a time where we should, they're just there and we're enjoying it. And these are the days where like, we really will miss them. And they also go by so fast. It's suddenly like kids starting school and then that's it. They're getting grown up and making friends and blah, blah, blah. And yeah.
That's when one of the strangest realizations recently, our oldest is going to go to kindergarten next year. And I always have this moment of, well, now she's going to be in school.
Our kids are the same age. Our oldest are the same age.
Our oldest is 5 now.
When we're in Philly, we gotta get him together.
I mean,
chaos.
Girl squad. Yeah, we have 5, 4, 2, 3 months.
Oh my God, you got 4.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I joke around with my friends. They could drop their kids off, drive 30 minutes before I realize their kid is there, and then they're 30 minutes away. They don't have to come back. So I'll just take them, add them into the pack.
Gosh. Well, this is the thing. Once it gets past 3, you might as well have 8. Do you know what I mean? Like it's
we're in a constant state of chaos.
Do you think you're done at 4?
I sure hope so. Every single time, I always wanted 4. I feel like 4 is like this.
It's a great,
this manageable chaos.
Yeah, and also like each one has each one, and then also that's a really nice Thanksgiving table when they've all got partners, and there's 10 people around the table. That's a nice manageable table.
Yes, and your house will feel full.
Yeah.
Like your house will always feel full.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Also, I'm hedging my bets. Like,
mate, you're going through
out of 4, we got to get like We got to get we can't, we're
And you got
not
four,
we can't mess
four
all
girls.
of them up, right?
You got four girls.
Yeah, we're all girls.
I love
yes.
that. That's
it's
good.
Lovely.
That's good energy in the house. Like
right?
It. Yeah.
We'll keep it going. But yes, we should get the kids together when you're in Philly because they love making new friends and they're a good time. Thank you so much for being on today.
I loved it.
It was so great to talk to you. I am like I said, a huge fan of your music. Our whole family is.
This is not just another celebrity wedding rumor. When Kylie Kelce and Ed Sheeran openly began talking about what they would personally do at Taylor Swift's wedding to Travis Kelce, it sent a very clear message. The people closest to them are not speaking in if. They are speaking in when. And for Kelce family fans who have followed every chapter of this journey, that detail changes everything. To understand why this moment feels so powerful, you have to look at where Travis Kelce stands right now. The Kansas City Chiefs season ended earlier than expected. For the first time in the Patrick Mahomes era, Kansas City missed the playoffs. Travis did not hide from that reality. On his New Heights podcast, he called it an embarrassing feeling. No excuses, no deflection, just honesty. At 36 years old, after posting more than 800 receiving yards despite injuries and inconsistency, he is still productive. The numbers prove that. But the emotional weight of watching January football from home instead of competing hit hard. And that is exactly why this wedding conversation matters. While Travis processes legacy, pride, and the physical toll of another potential season, the discussion around him is shifting toward permanence. Kylie Kelce, who has always been grounded and direct, speaking comfortably about what she would do at Taylor's wedding to Travis signals confidence from inside the family circle. This is not outside speculation. This is family-level certainty. Then add Ed Sheeran to the equation. Ed is not a distant celebrity acquaintance. He is one of Taylor Swift's closest collaborators and friends. He has shared stages with her, written music with her, and been part of her inner world for years. When someone like Ed casually talks about participating in their wedding plans, it elevates the seriousness. It suggests involvement. It suggests preparation. It suggests this is not fantasy. It is expectation. The timing creates even stronger engagement. Travis is standing at a crossroads in his career. Retirement whispers are real. Another demanding off-season means another year of physical strain. Yet instead of conversations only revolving around football, the people around him are discussing celebration, commitment, and vows. That contrast is powerful. It shows balance. It shows growth. It shows that while one chapter feels uncertain, another may already be solidifying. For Kelce family supporters, this feels exclusive. It feels like being allowed into a private circle conversation. Travis has built more than a decade of dominance in Kansas City. Championships, records, leadership beside Patrick Mahomes. His legacy is secure, but legacy alone does not define a man's future. Personal stability does. And right now, the signals from those closest to him point toward long-term alignment with Taylor Swift. There is also a deeper emotional layer. After openly admitting disappointment about missing the playoffs, Travis spoke about reconnecting with family during the off-season. That detail matters, because while football defines his public identity, family defines his private one. If Kylie and Ed are already imagining their roles at his wedding, it suggests that private conversations are far more advanced than fans may realize. The suspense now centers on two timelines: football and forever. Does Travis return for another run with Mahomes? Or does this offseason become the bridge into a new chapter entirely? No official date has been announced. No formal confirmation has been made. But when inner circle voices speak casually about wedding participation, it rarely happens without foundation. This is why the audience is paying attention. It is not about celebrity gossip. It is about trajectory. Travis Kelce, at 36, still producing at an elite level, facing career decisions, while the people closest to Taylor Swift talk about standing beside them on their wedding day. That is not coincidence. That is momentum. And if Kylie Kelce and Ed Sheeran are already planning their roles, one thing becomes clear. Behind the scenes, this relationship is being treated as permanent.